Well, this is our second episode of Buffering at Connections. I'm joined today by the folks from Elevate Fiber. Welcome to Buffering.
Thank you. We're really glad to be here.
And can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what brings you to Connections this year?
Sure. I'm Katie Jurgensen. I'm the marketing communications director. I'm newer to the Elevate team, so I'm thrilled to be joining a new team. And I'm really here to, we'll say ironically, make more connections and learn a little bit more about the industry.
Is this your first year of the event?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
cool.
absolutely.
All right, awesome. Yeah, I'm Craig Metcalf. I'm the broadband network engineering manager at Elevate. And, I come to Connections frequently and I enjoy seeing the familiar faces every year and reconnecting and meeting new ISPs and sharing thoughts and new innovations with peers.
Yeah, and speaking of new innovations, I think that's kind of where we want to kick things off today. Over the past few months, you guys have really redefined your offering strategy at Elevate and become that broadband experience provider we've always talked about. Can you tell me a little bit about what influenced you to make this transformation and what this looks like for you as a business?
Do you want to start with history and I'll jump in?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so Elevate started roughly about 9 years ago when the members approached the board, kind of frustrated with the poor internet connection in our communities. And this initially started Elevate, and we launched originally gigabit speeds, and about in 2022 we set our sights on offering multi-gig speeds, and we launched multi-gig at that time. And at that time, it was just really getting the fastest speed possible and making the experience for the customers and the members all about providing the highest speed and most reliable service. Uh,
And so this year, when I joined the team last year, but we started looking at some of our business offerings and taking a harder look at those. And we paused on that because we wanted to give a little bit more attention to residential.
Mm.
Zach, you talked about that experience, and for us at Elevate, that is first and foremost incredibly important. We have our customers. We've expanded outside of service territory, but we also have our members who are on the cooperative side. Who a large percentage of them are also Elevate customers as well. So that delivering a quality experience is incredibly important. That's why we focused on that residential.
Mhm.
We had set our sights and had talked about, Craig talked about those multi-gig speeds, and we wanted to provide a reduction in price on those. And we felt it aligned really well with integrating value-based offers as well.
Mm.
Our customers, expect a lot from us, and we want to deliver that. And I think VBOs were a really good way to do so.
Mhm.
So talking through the VBO strategy or value-based offer strategy, could you talk us through a little bit, how you decided to shift? What are the kind of the new plans that you landed on? We'd love to hear a little bit more detail about that transition.
So we had four offerings, four different speeds, if you will, and
Yep.
transitioned to those four packages, we'll call them now.
Yeah.
So we have our Essential, which is a 400 meg. We have a Streamer 1 gig. We have a family plan for a 2 gig, and then a Legend, because Gigfoot is actually our mascot here at
Mhm.
Elevate.
I love the Legend. It's a
Legend
great
is a
name.
6 gig.
It's such a good name. Gabe and I just did a podcast episode a few weeks ago about we call it the metal standard or the status-based pricing, the gold, silver, bronze.
Yeah, silver, gold, bronze. You
And-
could have gone silver, gold, bronze, platinum, or I guess bronze, silver, gold,
Yeah,
platinum. But
And what you just
Legend's
said,
so much better.
yeah, it's so much better, and that's exactly what we like seeing in the innovation in the broadband experience space.
Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
it is legendary internet.
It is. I've been told.
If you'd like to be a legend, we do have a really good 6 gig plan.
Nice.
Now, I think an important component of that, we talked about aligning those emotional feels with our customers, but the value truly. So we already have a lot of value for our customers within Elevate IQ, right? So Command and Experience IQ, but we wanted to provide that to them in a different way. And so a big piece of that is providing that white glove service. So some of our packages we call it tech assisted parental controls. And so that is really that extra special touch of like, we're going to provide you the tools you need to access the internet with the controls that you need. So however you want to use the internet, that's what we're going to give it to you.
That's awesome.
We've got some also additional mesh expansion packs that are included within those, and then a cable run as well. And that's of course for our legends.
Yes, of course, for the legends.
Of
Yes.
course,
Yeah.
for the legends.
I love too how you've organized the website where you're building value into every package kind of adds some additional things into it. Just visually, it worked really, really well. So good job on that. I don't know if that was you, Katie, but that was an excellent job.
It's a team effort. Always a team effort.
Well, speaking of the team effort, we talked a little bit about the self-install process, and one of the comments you made is that it is a team effort. It impacts everyone at your organization. Can you talk to us a little bit about how you do the self-install process, how you got your entire team on board with this? I don't know if I want to call it a new way to deploy, internet into the home, but it's not something we traditionally see in many of the older broadband experience writers.
Well, and I'd love to hear your perspective too on how you mentioned white glove. And this is something that comes up. I was on a panel earlier today and it just came up in this conversation. There's this balance of wanting to provide a really great white glove experience, but also meeting people where they are. And oftentimes, Zach and I talk about this, like redefining what white glove means to people, because white glove to you may mean, Craig, you're a tech guy, like you'd probably be perfectly fine doing everything on your own.
Myself,
That's
right?
white glove for you, right? So I'd love to hear about how you guys thought about that perspective.
Do you want to start with
Yeah.
self-install?
Yeah, absolutely. I think you're absolutely right. I mean, there's not like a one size fits all for an install practice. Not everybody's got time in their busy schedule to wait around for a technician for half a day, So giving them the opportunity to come pick up a kit and perform the install on their terms, on their time, maybe be Saturday morning or, a quiet Friday night or something like that. It gives them the ability to do it on their terms. And we're enabling that. And I think it really resonates with the membership to put the ball in their court and really engage with their service provider, how they. And from a marketing perspective, Katie, how have you been thinking about, what are the specific communication channels that we need to make sure we're nailing down with customers? How are you making that process easy for them?
Well, we integrate and rely a lot on the work of Craig's team. So using Engagement Cloud, looking at the areas that are eligible for these self-install campaigns, I think has been really important and really critical. And so we're able to gather a lot of that data there and then specifically look out. We've tried a couple different messages, right? To see what works and what resonates most with our customers. Because at the end of the day, I mean, the self-install practice is going to help us. I mean, I think it is definitely a future forward piece. And I think it's going to, maybe an industry standard, depends, right? It's 2 weeks, 10 business days, 3 weeks, who knows on installs. And so, again, putting that control back to our customers, I think is something that we're really interested in.
What's the feedback been from customers as y'all, because what's it been, maybe 6 months, maybe a little bit longer that y'all have rolled this out? So it's been in market for a little while, yeah?
Yeah, I think we've been doing it for better part of this year.
Okay.
And I think largely they're satisfied. I mean, especially when it works, right? We've had 92% success rate with the self-upgrade program. So most of the time, I mean, we don't even hear from them after they complete it. So I think largely it's been a pretty positive success.
That's awesome.
It has, and it's been also pretty helpful within our app attach. And that, again, we talked about that value that adds to our customers, and making sure that they have access to the latest and the greatest is really important as well.
So looking ahead, we've got 2 more days of ConneXions. Can you believe we're like almost technically halfway done here? But what are you looking forward to most here in the next year? What are you looking forward to most out of ConneXions here?
Well, I'm gonna. Do you want to go? I've got an easy answer.
Go ahead. Oh,
I mean,
please.
for me, it's engagement. Zach, I told you after the session this morning, and I'm newer, right? So I'm still learning a lot, but there's a lot of future-looking things within Engagement Cloud that I'm really excited to integrate, and I think will make for a very exciting 2026.
Craig, how about you?
Oh, I think, I know there's going to be a lot of talk about AI. It's kind of the buzzword in the industry right now. I'm really excited to see how Calix is going to leverage the next evolution in the tech world and how they're going to take the AI evolution into their cloud personas and really see how we're going to leverage those tools.
I'm excited for both of those subjects as well. But Gabe, anything else to add here as we wrap up?
I'd be curious. I guess this is a little bit out of left field, so apologies for just like hitting you with this, but I'm sure Craig has an answer for this. How have you started to integrate AI into your day-to-day like activities at work already?
That's a very good question. I think for me, it's a tool that I use to streamline some of the simple, mundane tasks and get quick answers, or maybe think outside the box. Maybe not spend as much time diving into a tech doc and finding the highlights and things like that. That's primarily how I use AI today and integrate it into my workflow.
Gabe, does that sound familiar?
It sounds so familiar. Zach over here actually created a agent for us using Copilot that goes through a lot of our technical documentation. So myself and a few of the other folks on the team who tend to get a lot of questions about, hey, what about this specific thing in a cloud solution? Now we just send them to the agent and say, all right, go ask the agent the question, and it's insane.
You're the reason this is the #1 agent at Calix.
I know, it's great. I was thrilled when he created it, and we pushed it out very quickly to the sales team because now I get a lot less questions. It's wonderful, and the agent just answers it for me, so it's great.
Well, Katie, Craig, thank you so much for sitting down with us here at ConneXions. I can't wait to talk to you here maybe in the next 12 months and see how things have evolved.
We look forward to sharing that.
All right, thank you again.